It is time to take the GFS, the Blue and Fly Series F-22 Micro back out for a spin around the scrub again today. Now, I have boasted about this little Parkjet, and I've thrown down the gauntlet a couple times in a couple of different flights, that if anybody could point me to a factory micro Parkjet that performs and flies as well as this one does. So far I've had no takers. Alright, so I wanted to give you a little information on this, on the components that I use, and I think that all the components are listed in the show notes. It's using a Racerstar BR1407 3500 kV motor. It is spinning a GemFan 2-blade 3545 bullnose prop. I have it's just Elevon only, so it's only 2 servos. All you need is a 4-channel receiver. The servos are Emax 2.5 gram digital servos. And inside, I just have a Turnigy plush 10 amp ESC and an old, I think this is all the original equipment I put in it, you know, when I first built it. It's got an old, I misspoke the last flights that it's actually a 6-channel. I've got a 6-channel lightweight orange RX receiver in here. I've had that probably for, I don't know, 5, 6 years. I think that I've had that since I was flying quadcopters before I transitioned over to planes. Okay, so, and I'm running it with a 3S, a GMB 3S 550 milliamp hour ADC Lipo. With that Lipo, it weighs 150 grams all up weight. It has unlimited vertical. As a matter of fact, it will accelerate vertically. Not only does it have unlimited vertical, but it will accelerate vertically. I've had to make some repairs to it. I've got a chunk missing out of the top of the vertical stabilizer where I've been flying it when it was a little too windy, came in with a crosswind, had a gust catch it, flip it over on its top. On that hard pack out there, I've snapped both of these vertical stabilizers off and glued them back on. I've got a chunk missing back here on the prop slot. I think I had a prop fly apart on it. I think that's what happened with that one. When I first built this, I didn't even have a wing spar in it, and over time, you know, the wings started getting a little soft, so I retrofitted just a barbecue skewer in there as a single wing spar. That's all it's got. And in this video that you'll see, I talk about the number of flights I've got on this Parkjet again, but I'm pretty sure I've got 400 plus flights on it now. I've been saying I've got close to 400 flights on it, but I think I'm over 400. I'm pretty sure I'm over 400 flights now, because I put at least 6 flights on it every time I take it out. I put 6 flights on it this morning. I videoed a couple of them. One of them you're going to see right now. So I'll see you out in the field.
All right, launching. Takes right off. Oh, it's getting moved around a little bit. Days like this are days that you'd like to have a gyro in it for wind mitigation, you know. I'll probably wait until how many of those should we do? What, enough? How many vertical rolls was that? I lost count. I'll probably wait until I rebuild it before I put a gyro, you know, in the next one. I've got almost 400 flights on this, so I don't see any reason to put a gyro in it at this point. If I crash it, I crash it. I have definitely gotten my money out of it. I mean, it cost a whole $1, you know, for the whole $1 for the airframe. Well, less than $1, because it doesn't even take a full sheet of Adams Ready board, but 75 cents at least. So I think I've I think I've gotten my 75 cents out of it. There's some wind. Woo! That was a close one, wasn't it? Darn good thing this is so maneuverable. I'd have hit myself. You never know when the wind is going to push it in you, you know? Oh yeah, wind is picking up. But you can do implements with it, you know, big huge loops are not a problem. You've seen the vertical rolls going straight up, split S maneuvers. It is just an absolute blast. And although I'm running this on a 3S because I like that power, you do not have to run it on a 3S. I actually designed it so, and the components I put in it so that you could run it on a 2S or a 3S. And even on a 2S, I mean, you don't have a really great vertical on 2S, but you can still do pretty good loops with it, split S maneuvers, rolls, of course, Immelman, but it is very docile on 2S. But having said that, even on 2S, it has as much power as any factory micro Parkjet that I have flown so far with a brushed or brushless motor. So, you know, if you're in a tight area, you could put a 2S in it and make it much more docile, make it lighter weight, so that it has better slow flight capability. You can see how maneuverable it is, so you can fly this in a really, really small space, you know, a little park. It's not a problem. And if you have a gyro in it, of course, that would vertical acceleration. If you have a gyro in it, of course, that would make it even easier to fly in a small space. The way I've got mine set up, it's pretty aggressive. It's pretty aggressive on the rates to make it really, really maneuverable. Getting some dirty air there, turbulent air. Fasten your seatbelts, you're in for some chop. But it's an awesome flying little Parkjet. And dirt cheap to build, you know. With budget components, it's just awesome, and you can land it just about anywhere. I'm starting to get my haptic now. I've got it set up for 5 minutes. And I usually land with about 3.75 volts per cell or more, even the way that I fly. But just in case I have to do circuits for some reason, I've had people come down this dirt lane before, so you're not even safe running full battery out of it on this little dirt lane, you know. So I've got to leave a little voltage in the batteries just in case. All right, now we'll bring it in. Bring it in this direction toward the wind. Well, look at that. Did you see that? You know, and it's pretty breezy out here right now. It's just a piece of cake to launch and land this jet. And you know, I would say intermediate skills for flying it on 3S, 2S. You know, I would call it a beginner Parkjet on a 2S. But on a 3S, I would say intermediate level skill for it. If you're not going to fly it with a gyro in it, if you're just going to fly it manual mode like me, I would say intermediate level skill's the best for it. But you know, you could always put a 2S in it and fly and use it as a beginner Parkjet. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You crash and have to glue back some Adams ready board. Dirt cheap. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. and I will see you in the air.